Hello, my name is Paul Beddings. Let's talk photos. So I think this is the most successful shot I got of Sukaina that morning while she was cleaning her pots. It gives a lot of context. It shows the type of housing, the type of houses that people have. It shows you that they have some livestock, that their compound has several homes. So the one in the background is some rooms, and there's a kitchen, and there's some things going on here. It also shows you how she's preparing for her meal. It shows you how she's cleaning her pots. It shows you the type of pot she's using. It shows you how she's dressed for the morning, and it just gives a lot of context as to the story that you're entering. And here is sort of one of those moments that I always try and capture, which is water splashing as she's cleaning her pots. If you can get a fast enough shutter speed and capture that water in sharp motion, I think there's always some interesting images that can be captured there. Here, I feel like there's a little bit too much space above her head and not enough space down at the bottom. I would have liked to have the subject matter, the water splashing, a little bit more into the center of the image. But it's still captured there. It still works. So the splashing water helps illustrate some motion. The other photos were a little bit more static. You didn't see too much action in those photos, but here there's a moment that's been frozen with the water splashing. So once Sukaina was done washing her dishes, she walked out to dump some of the dirty water out by the road. And I followed her out quickly. But I thought this was a great shot. You can see the haze in the sky. You can see some more of the landscape. You can see some of the vegetation. That road in the background is the road that we arrived on. And as the day went on, it got to be a fairly busy road. And on the other side of that road is where Sirajul's rice fields are. I spoke in part 1 about using a flash for this shot. I just want to show you what the shot would be without the flash. So here's the image with no flash inside. You can see that it's much darker. In some ways, it could still work. If she had a roaring fire in there, it might give some good light on her face. If it wasn't getting this bright outside, I might have been able to balance the light a little bit. If you look inside, you can see that there is a light source inside. There is electricity of some sort. So in some scenarios, if it was dark out, that might be enough light to give me light inside. It makes quite a big difference to have that flash inside to provide that extra light. So my setup sort of looked like this. I had the kitchen, which is just a standard rectangle with a door. I asked Julius, our translator, to hold the flash over here in the corner. And I asked him to sort of hold the light above his head and sort of shoot down on a 45-degree angle. That's basically how I light most of my subject matter in the field, because with a one light setup, that's sort of the best angle. There's a few other scenarios where I might put the flash on the ground or sort of straight up above, but in most cases it's sort of the 45-degree angle to the side. Here's another shot. I think this one worked out quite well. The flash is really brightening up her back there, the pink sash around her head and her shoulders. But the positioning here of Sukaina sort of pouring some water into her bowl, sort of preparing her meal, I think worked out really well. Again, it sort of shows her getting ready for the morning. All her pots and pans are now cleaned. So some of the things I really liked about photographing Sukaina this morning was, the plan that I had worked. I arrived the day before. I got to know them. I got to hang out with them. They got to show me a few things around their house. I saw their rice fields for a bit. And Sukaina, she was very reserved. She was very quiet. The morning was amazing, you know, with the sun coming up over the trees. That haze in the morning really helped the light. It really helped diffuse the shadows down. And it allowed me to shoot later into the morning. If it was just a clear sky, those harsh shadows would have come out quite a bit earlier. And this image here sort of comes together to bring this whole morning into one photograph. Thanks for watching part 2 of my photo story from Bangladesh. Next week we'll follow Sirajul out into his rice fields, and I'll get some amazing imagery of him in the late day sun. Please like, share, and subscribe below. Thanks again. Cheers.